All right, guys, here we are on a balanced scorecard. So the balanced scorecard, in a nutshell, is a set of multiple performance measures for a company. Now, let me tell you why the balanced scorecard has come into play. So a lot of people felt like a lot of people from the financial industry or corporations felt as though many companies focus too much of their attention on financial measures such as rate of return, ROI, and residual income, as we explained in the prior video. And so what has come of that is the balanced scorecard, because this is a non-financial way that we can measure how a company is performing, I guess. That is, again, not tied necessarily to money. So performance measurements include customer service, innovation and learning, internal processes, and financial performance. And so the idea here is that, now this is before beyond your textbook, but that's okay. But the idea here is that if there's positive results, in these three arenas, it will lead to a positive result here. So if you have great customer service, and we'll get into some of those measurements, and innovation and learning and internal processes, then it will lead to a great financial performance, right? So here's some of the matrix or things that companies can measure in each of the different categories. Now, I won't go over each of them, but I thought it would be kind of interesting to pick out a few of them and maybe explain a little bit or give some a narrative to it. So one of them is maybe on the innovation and learning is a number of new products. So any company, no matter if they have a great reputation or not, want to be very careful on how many products they want to introduce into the market. Now, innovation and research and development is very important, but imagine if Apple came out with 10 new phones in 1 year. Then it's likely that customers would be a lot confused, right, as to which one is better, which one offers more features, right? Also, employee turnover. If you're having a lot of employee turnover, maybe you need to look into management, or maybe you look into your process and how you're treating employees and what are you offering them as incentives to stay. All right, our next one is customer service. This could be the number of repeat customers. If you're an entrepreneur, I'm speaking directly to you. It is nice to have those one-off customers, right? But where the money is, your bread and butter is those customers that are repeat, that are coming back, transaction after transaction, that are continually buying your product, and then also that's recommending your product, right? So that is a great non-financial measurement. And then another one from there is we can choose customer brand recognition. Gosh, that one's so huge. And then maybe the number of sales returns, right? There's nothing wrong with making a sale, but if most of those sales are coming back, then you're not really making money, right? Customers are not happy with your product. And then you have internal processes, and you're looking at what's going on with the business process of the company. So you're looking at waste and scrap. Is there a lot of it? Is there a little? Maybe the number of defects and how much you have to rework your products because it's found defective. And then maybe the last one is number of stockouts, meaning do you have enough inventory in stock? And then last but not least, we have some financial measures such as sales, residual income, we've already talked about, return on investment, we've talked about. And then one we are familiar with from chapter 8 is actual versus budgeted cost. Okay. All right, so in the last part of this chapter, we are going to spend some time talking about transfer pricing, okay? All right, so let's launch into it. So transfer pricing in a nutshell. So when a division transfers products or performs a service for each other, it is the price that they're charging each other for the product or the service. Okay. Now I have a really good example of this. So when I was working for a company in Memphis, Tennessee, we had a counterpart that was in Brazil, in Liverpool, in Africa, and all of that, right? We were selling cotton, but this particular year, the U.S. had a bad crop year. And so to supplement or to fulfill our obligations to some contracts that we had already bought, we needed to buy some of our, we needed to buy cotton from our counterparts that was in Brazil. And so, so what we did was we went out to our Brazil leg and said, hey, we need this cotton. Will you sell us this cotton so we can fulfill our contracts? And so obviously, it's important, the process and how they determine the price that they're going to sell is what we're going to talk about. But we went out to our company, or we went out to our leg and say, hey, we need this cotton. They gave us the cotton, and then we were able to fulfill our contract. So this process is no different from, You usually have a company where they make a product and another division needs the product. And so usually they try to sell it or negotiate it with one another. So anyways, it's any type of responsibility center can use this. It could be cost center, profit center, or investment center. Now, what I will say is transfer pricing is a very sensitive topic. Now, it's a very sensitive topic because remember, you have these divisional managers, they're all trying to hit their numbers, right? And so imagine you have these two divisions, they can both help each other out. One can sell their product to the other, right? But usually when you're selling intercompany, you want it at a discount, right? So imagine your one cousin, right? They're selling something, you want a discount, right? You do. And so it's a sensitive topic because yes, you want to help the company out as a whole, but you don't want to sell it so cheap that you begin to lose money as a company or as a division, right? So it's sensitive in the fact that I want to help the overall company, but I don't want to lose money, which means I'm going to miss out on my bonus and whatever else comes with that. So there's 3 common approaches to doing transfer pricing. One is the market price, one is negotiated price, and one is cost. So let's talk about them. All right, so actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop this video and I'm gonna pick back up and we're gonna talk about all 3 methods and then do an. Come catch me on the next video.